What's up? My name is Johnny. I go by Eastside Johnny Tatts on Instagram, TikTok, or any other platform. I specialize in black and gray realism, and we're right here in Happy Endings. That's in Temecula, California.
How long have you been at this location, Johnny?
I've been here since December. I got here I want to say towards the ending of December, right before Christmas. And this is the second shop that I've been at.
What are we working with today?
Today, I use this right here, El Sellador ointment. I've tried the Inkies and all the other shit, and the other one, nothing. To me, this is the best one so far.
I've been seeing a lot of artists using that right now.
Yeah, this the homie right here. He grew up in the same city I did. But yeah, this one's really good. He also has this stencil stuff right here. He also has this one too, but yeah, I'm using that. And then honestly, my setup's pretty simple, dog. I just got water in this bottle. I've been using this Hustle Butter lately. I use Bactine, and then just distilled water, my ink caps, and my machine. You know what I mean? All right, so my inks. To be honest with you, I've been kind of playing with different inks since I got here. The homie's been putting me on game with like other types of inks before. I was really just using dynamic, triple black, and then regular black. Lately, I've been using a lot of Panthera triple black and this allegory that the homie put me on, or Vice. I've recently started using Vice. But like I said, I just been playing with them since I got here because the homie's been like showing me different inks and shit. And I've been trying new things. But that's what I use for my inks. My drop system, I just started using this one too. I had a different one that I learned at the other shop. I just started using this one that the homie Bond right here, the owner of the shop. I kind of took his drop system, but it's basically triple black, half cap, 16, 10, 6, 4, and 2 on my drops right there. But I use the triple black Panthera for my diluted ink.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. And then, like I said, I either use Allegory, but I'm gonna use some of the homies' Vice today. I feel like the Vice goes in a lot easier because Panthera is good, like it's dark, but it's real messy. You gotta keep wiping and cleaning real good. And then I just use water. Sometimes I throw witch hazel in here in my water bottle, but for the most part, it's just water. I've been using the torque, but recently, the homie's been putting me on a lot of shit since I got here. We've been using this one, because it has like different, you could change the strokes on it. And the other day I actually used the shader for the first time, the Bishop shader, and I low-key like fell in love with that shit when I used it. I thought it was a good machine. But I'm gonna wrap up this one today.
Which one's that one right there?
This is the FK Iron, the Flux. This is the one that just came out. It's like the gunmetal. You can adjust it from like a 2-stroke all the way to a 5-stroke.
Okay. So you're trying out new machines right now?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like I like that. I'm like, it helps you out when you're trying to understand like different parts of the body. The homie Bond, he's the one teaching me a lot of this shit right now, and like you want a softer stroke for certain parts of the body, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really tear up the skin and shit. Because like this one right here, this is a 4.2, and it's a hard hitting machine. You know what I mean? So this one I play with it like. I'll higher the stroke, lower the stroke. This is the one I'll keep it like for the line work or whatever. This is the one I play with. I'll lower the stroke on it and change like the voltage when I'm shading and shit like that. And then my needles, I kind of just use Quadrant, Da Vinci, and I just started using some Devotions. but I pretty much use the same needles for every fucking tattoo. It's a 17 curve mag. I sometimes bring out a 23 curve mag. I use a 5 round shader, a 3 round liner, a 12 gauge, and my mags are bug pin. That's pretty much it, dog. That's pretty much all my needles for every tattoo, really.
How long have you been tattooing for?
I've been tattooing a total of going on 6 years, I think, or 6 years. But in a shop, I think it's only been like 3 or 4 years. Cause before that, I was tattooing from my pad. I was tattooing from home. Just family and friends, though. I wasn't really taking on clients like that because I didn't really fucking feel comfortable. You know what I mean? But because I was still working a warehouse job, so I was really tattooing on the weekends. And I went to my mom's pad, tattooed my family and cousins over there. And then, like I said, some homies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got into a shop. It has to be like 3 years after I started tattooing, and I got into a shop. I got into the first shop, which was over there in Lake Austin, Mi Familia. That dude, Big C's, he took. I went and did my apprenticeship right there. He took me in. I walked in there, asked him if I could. He basically asked me like, "What are you trying to do?" I told him, "I don't know. Fool, I'm trying to tattoo. Either tattoo here as an artist or do an apprenticeship." And he was just like, "Well, I don't got room for none of that." So I was like, "Fuck it." And I was gonna leave, but then he like kind of asked me like, "Where do you stay at?" Because I know you don't stay around here. And then I told him I was from East L.A. He ended up being from East L.A. And then he was like, "Man, fuck it, I'll take you on." So right there, I did a 9-month apprenticeship with him, and it was funny because I was fresh off work, right? I was dirty in my clothes, and fucking I didn't even want to go. Shout out to homie Lux. He actually convinced me to go in there, and I went in there. I asked him, talk to him, and then he was like, "Look, bring back some pictures of your work so I can see your work." I'm like, "All right, cool." I fucking bring back some pictures, and whatever I had on my Instagram, I just kind of downloaded them, went to Walmart, printed them out, and then I went back to his shop, and then I was like, I basically was like, "Look, here's my work," and he was like, "All right." He's looking at it, and me, I'm thinking I'm already like doing good tattoos because I'm at the pad. Nobody's telling me I'm fucking up or not. I'm over here thinking I'm doing good tattoos, and then he's just like, "Damn, fool, you're doing everything wrong, dog." He's like, "You're not doing anything right," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah," and then I was like, "Well, fuck it then." And he told me, "I'm gonna need you to put your machine away. You can't use it until I feel like you're ready." And I was like, "All right, cool." So that's what I did. I agreed to it. I put my machine away and I started drawing for like fucking 4 or 5 months, just drawing. I was drawing everything from. He basically wanted to see what I can do on paper with no, you know what I mean, and then with no machine. So I started off drawing like American traditional real quick. He threw me onto like realism, fucking Japanese, like illustrated, like just cartoons, you know what I mean? Different things. He just had me drawing all kinds of things. And whenever he felt like it was cool, I would jump onto the next thing. And from there, I went to the fake skin, did that for like a month. And then he started telling me I could bring people in. I started bringing in like my cousins, tattooing them, just line work, you know? And then he was like, "All right, go ahead, you can start tattooing." So then that's when I started like tattooing. And it happened on the Friday the 13th. That was my first day.
Oh shit.
So my first day taking on any clients, that I didn't know, like, you know what I mean? Because before it was just still family. So it was all Friday the 13th, and it was pretty hectic, dog, because Friday the 13th shit's a rush.
Yeah.
People
it's a
are
crazy
just,
day.
yeah, you got to tattoo fast and get them out the chair. So that was the first day I started tattooing for real.
That's a good way to start though, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, because I think it gets the nerves out for sure. You know what I'm saying? It was cool too because the day before we were getting ready for Friday the 13th, and we were at the shop late. Some homies were still tattooing right there, and this walk-in came in, and one of the homies was like, just do it," because I wasn't able to tattoo till the next day, right? And he was like, "Just do the walk-in." And I'm like, "Nah, fool." I was already getting nervous, and he's like, "Just do it. Might as well just get the nerves out right now." And I was like, "Fuck it." So I was actually the first tattoo I did the day before Friday the 13th on somebody that I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How was it growing up in East L.A.?
It was cool. It was fun. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up around like a little down the street from the ELAC, the East L.A. College, right there. And then I also grew up over there, like where King Taco was at on 3rd Street, or is at on 3rd Street, that area. But it was fun, dog. You know what I mean? I feel like you're saying bullshit as everybody else. You know what I mean? You get arrested. I got into a lot of bullshit as a little kid. I was always drawing and shit. I was always into art. got into the graffiti thing for a little bit. So but other than that, it was cool. We just had a bunch of homies on the block kicking it. As a kid, we were just running around playing tag, and then we grew up, and then you get into the other dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was fun, dog. It was a good time.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Garfield High School. I lasted there a month. No, I lasted there a year, and then 10th grade, a month into 10th grade, that's when I got kicked out. And I got kicked out for assault and battery, but then that's when I went to a continuation, and I was there till I basically graduated. I went to Mujeres y Hombres in Monterey Park, and I was there. I got kicked out from there again twice, I think, but I ended up graduating like I think a year late. So it was cool.
So you were a troublemaker.
Nah, no, I was having fun. Nah, no, yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like I feel like it's the same bullshit everybody else grows up doing.
What were you into at around that time?
It was the graffiti shit. We were doing the graffiti shit, going at it with whoever, like other crews, whoever was around right there, and just getting into trouble, dog. Fucking fighting a lot in that school. That school was, my uncles would call that shit the gladiator school because there was something cracking in that shit every day. You know what I mean? Like it was just a bunch of fools from different cities, different areas, and it was kind of like you went there, and if you fucked up there, you went straight to camp or whatever. But it was honestly I was into that shit. You know what I mean? Just getting down. I was smoking a lot of bud back then. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Normal stuff.
Yeah, normal teenager shit. You know what I mean? I tried out the little rave shit for a little bit, but it wasn't for me, dog. That wasn't really my
You
scenery.
had
You know what I mean?
the big pants and everything?
Nah, hell no. Because I wasn't like some of the homies that fools got into like, what is that shit called? They were into that, like the ecstasy, the raves, and they wanted to be
like
tripping
that EDC.
Yeah,
like, type,
fool.
okay. I thought you meant like the raver stuff, like the.
Oh, no. Yeah, so I tried that for a little bit, but then I was like, I quickly realized that shit was not for me. And I was like, nah, I'm cool.
So during that time, you said you were into graffiti and you were into drawing.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get introduced into drawing?
Fuck. Drawing, I don't know. I just started drawing. I remember being little, probably going to the laundromat with my mom, washing clothes, and right next door there was a 99-cent store. Just getting, she would get me like a little drawing pad and pencils, and I just draw while she walks coming. You go to the laundromat as a little kid, you're gonna be there for the two hours, but that shit felt like for half the day, you know what I mean? But yeah, just like that, I think I just got into drawing. When I got in, I think 5th grade, I started getting into the graffiti shit, and that really got me into like the art, like, you know what I mean? Like I was seeing all that shit on the walls, and I was like, fuck, that shit's dope. But I guess that's how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when you got into graffiti, you took it serious? Like that was something that you were doing constantly?
Yeah, when I got into graffiti, I was so 5th grade, I think that's when I like really started like paying attention to it and like kind of like for what it was. Oh shit, for what it was. And then I fucking met some dude in summer school, and he kind of he was already doing graffiti, so he kind of gave me like the name that I was writing, and then he's just like, I don't know, I think I got deep into it right there, like 6th grade. 6th grade was when I started trying to write on the street, and then my little brother got into it, and then we started writing together, and my little cousin would sleep over, and we started sneaking him out the house, trying to get him to be writing, you know what I mean? Like, and then I feel like me and my brother just fell in love with it for a cool minute, and we're bombing, we're on freeways, overpasses, fucking other cities, we're just daylight writing, everything, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like daytime writing, just whatever we could do, dog, to catch a spot, we were doing it, you know what I mean? However I could get money so I could go buy some supplies, dog, or however I could jack some fucking cans or some streaks, fool, I was doing it, you know what I mean?
Did you ever get in trouble for writing?
Yeah, the first time I ever got arrested was for writing, dog. I remember I came up on some money, and I went and I bought some supplies, and I was just walking back home, and I was just writing, catching spots, and I guess this dude ratted me out. And I was already, I caught a spot, he ratted me out, I was already up the street, and the cop came, pulled me over. I actually felt somebody grab my shoulder. When I turned around, it was a cop, and then he searched me, told me some fool ratted me out, and he found the streak on me, and he wrote my name down, and then told me to bounce, and then he was like, hey, you want the streak back? I was like, hell no, I don't want that shit, dog. And then And then after that, I thought I was cool because he didn't like give me no ticket, no nothing. And then I was in class. I was still in Garfield, ninth grade, and I was in class, and the cops came and got me right there and took me and started taking me around the city. And they were like, "That's you, that's you," and I was like, "Nah." And then they took me to the station, and I didn't even know they were looking for me like that, to be honest with you, dog. Because when I got there, I was sitting there, and they were trying to call my mom, I think, and the other cops were walking in, and they're just looking at me, and then the dude that arrested me, he was like telling the other cops, like, "Hey, trip, guess who this is? Trip out, guess who it is?" And they're like, "Who?" And then he would tell them my name, and then they would be like, "What? Like, hey, I thought you were older. How old are you?" And I was like, and at the time I was 14 years old, I think. And then they were just tripping out. I guess they thought I was some older fool because when they showed me the folder of all my stuff, it was a fat ass Manila folder of just a gang of spots, fool, from like the SGV all the way to like Venice Beach. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
fucking.
They
killing
document.
shit.
They really document the.
Yeah, dog. They do. They for sure start keeping track of everything. And once they arrested me that first time, I'm pretty sure they just kept doing that. You know what I mean? Now that they put a face to me, and obviously the tag said what I was writing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they got me and everything.
What you end up doing after high school? What kind of work did you get into?
So I was working from 15. I worked at Old Navy from 14, dog. I was working through a program at Cal State LA at the sociology office, and I worked there for a minute. And then from 15 to 18, I worked at Old Navy. I was working with a school permit. I was working like graveyard. And then when I turned 18, I went into a warehouse in El Sereno. And then I was there for like a year. And then I went straight to like a traveling job where I was fucking traveling, remodeling like food for lessons and shit.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, bro. Let me get
Yeah,
this
go.
because this shit does not want to lock in there, dog. Yeah, machine don't want to start, dog.
Shout out to FK Iron.
I'm gonna wrap this one up.
So we're gonna borrow the homie's machine. The
Yeah,
homie, what's your Instagram, bro? Hells yeah, go follow.
Hey, you don't tattoo like an apprentice, though. I'll tell you that much. That fool gets off. You should check him out.
All right, so we were at what you said you're working at Gap, right?
Oh no, okay. I was at Old Navy.
Oh, Navy.
Yeah, I was at Old Navy from 15 to 18 with a school permit, and then after that, I went into a warehouse right when I turned 18 in El Sereno. That's actually where I met Banks, at that warehouse.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I met him right there, and then we fucking I was there for a little bit, and then after that, that's when I went into like remodeling food for lesses, and it was like a traveling job. So I was going to like different states and shit, remodeling food for lesses and Ralph's.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, what did I do after that? Because I did that for like, I want to say like 5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think I was jumping around to like, I think I worked at a Laundress Pizza in Montebello for a little bit. Like one day, I fucking worked at this print shop for like 2 hours. I fucking worked at, where else? And you know what? Oh, and then I went back to a traveling job doing Home Depots now. And then after that, that's when I got kicked out of I ended up moving out over here to the IE. I got kicked out of my grandma's past, so I moved over here to the IE. And then I started working at a window shop right here in Corona, Fleetwood Windows and Doors. And then that's when I started like tattooing and working the warehouse. Mm-hmm. And then I was also doing a clothing line that I have to this day with one of my homies. HRLS Clothing, Hood Raised Lifestyle. I was doing all three of those. And when I started trying to take the tattoo thing more serious, that's when something happened at the job. I left the job and I just started doing this full time. And that was it. This is all I've done. This and the clothing line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back and forth.
How did the whole tattooing start for you?
So I tattooed in 10th grade for a year, dog. And when I was in that continuation, like 10th, 11th grade, I tattooed for a whole year right there. And then I was tattooing all the foods at the continuation and shit. So then that was it. I stopped. I didn't take it too serious or nothing like that. And then after that, fast forward, when I wanted to leave, I started wanting to leave my job about like 6 years ago at that warehouse I was at. My girl was actually the one that told me like, hey, why don't you start trying to tattoo again? And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna try. So I bought an Amazon machine, a little cheap one. I think it was like the kit was like 120 or something like that. I bought that, and like I said, I was just tattooing like my lady. She fucking came through for me a lot. I gotta fix her leg, dog. You know what I mean? She was letting me tattoo her like all the time. So my brother, my sister, whoever in the family, and then that's when I got back into it. So I bought that one. That one blew out on me. The motor just gave out on me. So for my birthday, my lady bought me I think I have it here, the Bishop, the V6. This one right here. She bought me this one for my birthday, and she spent some money on it, dog. So after she bought this, I was like, all right, cool. I need to for sure take this more serious now, because she spent a cool amount of money on that shit.
Shout out to your lady.
Yeah, she's been real supportive throughout this whole thing, dog. Even when I wanted to do this full time, she was like, and I wanted to leave my job, she told me, she was like, don't trip, just go ahead, I'll take care of shit. And then, because I was gonna do the apprenticeship, and I was like, all right, fuck it. But yeah, she's been real supportive, dog.
So when you started tattooing, what kind of tattoos were you doing at that time?
Fuck. Honestly, whatever I could, to be honest with you. Like, I was like nervous as fuck, but I was just trying to knock them out. It was a lot of 10th grade. When I was starting in 10th grade, it was a lot of just these fools, like their neighborhoods, their ladies' names, their mom's names. I remember I did the homie. I did his mom's name on his chest, and I was all excited. I'd show my dad, and my dad was like, "Damn, Flesh looks ugly, dog." You know what I mean? Like in front of the homie, and the homie's like, "Fool, you fucked me up." I was like, "Nah, fool, what the fuck?" But he actually still has it to this day too. But and then when I started again later on, I fucking was tattooing same shit, like names, letters. I wasn't doing too many. I was trying to do shading and like into like an actual pieces, but I didn't know how to use mags, dog. I didn't know how to use a bigger needle, so I was doing stipple shading without knowing that that's what it was called. I was just trying to throw it in there, and they were just coming out fucked up. But I mean, now I look back at them. At the time, I thought I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And
so
then,
that's for the people that don't know, that's a single needle
small,
shading.
yeah, like liner, and you just kind of just pepper shading the whole fucking piece. And I just didn't know how to use mags. You know, I tried it on a homie, and I tried to fill in an LA. I did on him solid black. I tried to pack it in there, and when I wiped it, there was no ink, dog. It looked like a bunch of cat scratches, fool. Like I really fucked him up, dog. And then after that. But it was just pieces like that. Like I told you, I could show you my lady's leg, dog, and she fucking pictures of my lady's leg, and it's just all fucked up. Fool. Like this shit just makes no sense, dog.
How many artists do we have here?
We got.
If you want to introduce
Chris.
Chris.
So you met Chris. There's the homie Perez right here. You want to give me your Instagram?
Hero6 art or what is it? Hero6_art is my Instagram.
Yeah, and then this the homie Anthony right here.
What's your Instagram, bro?
XXRAY_Inc. official XX.
Oh yeah.
And this the homie Caleb right here.
What's up, man? Instagram, LilWimpy_tattoos.
Hells yeah.
And then this is Savvy. She's not here right now, but this is her station. Her Instagram is Ink by Savvy.
Ink by Savvy.
And then you met Danny earlier, but this is Danny right here.
What's up, man?
What's your IG?
Danny Maldonado Tattoo.
Yeah, he does like the, what is it? What called again? The.
A lot of like biomech,
Yeah.
just like dark art stuff.
Hells yeah.
And then the owner of the shop, Bon. This is his station right here. His Instagram is what is it? Kanbu? Kanbu Tattoo? Oh, Kanbu Tattoo. That's his Instagram right there. And I just been learning off him. I pick his brain. I ask him shit. You know what I mean? Or he comes and he gives me game. And everybody right here gives like each other game. That's what I like. It's cool. Like nobody's gatekeeping anything, and everybody wants to see everybody win right here. You know?
That's right. So what are we working on today, bro?
All right. So today we're working. Let me get the name of it, dog. Seraphim. Today we're working on a Seraphim. We're gonna do his whole chest, but we're doing. Obviously, it's a big piece, so we're just gonna do the first session today. I'm basically ghost lining it, and then I'm gonna start trying to put in the shading and shit. We're gonna try to connect. I did this one when?
2-2.
Yeah, I've been working on. I did that one at the other shop. I did this one like 2 weeks ago.
So
we're
you
gonna
did the
Jesus
and,
at the other shop
and the
then-
angel?
Yeah. So we're gonna start trying to connect the whole front of his body.
Sick. So what's the focus today? What are you gonna? It's a big piece. So what are you gonna try to focus on today?
So today I'm basically gonna line everything with my lightest tone. It's called a ghost line or a blood line, and I'm gonna just to kind of get the foundation of it, and then after that I'm gonna try because it is a lot of work. And I already know today's only gonna be the first session. We're probably gonna have like 3 sessions on this. I'm gonna ghost line everything so that way every time he comes back, we just continue off where we left off. After I do that, if we got time, I'll start putting in some shading. You know what I mean? Probably I'll start setting in the darker tones. I usually set the dark tones first, and then I start going out from that. But that's what we're gonna do today. And then we're just gonna cut it off right here evenly, because he's also gonna get up something else right here. So we're just gonna cut it. Since this we already started on this side, I'm gonna cut it off even on that side. We're just trying to decide if we should go over the nipples or not, dog. What you thinking, fool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I fuck it.
Damn. For the video.
Yeah. Shout out to Bon too. He fucking got everybody these beds right here, dog. They come through so sick. A little low bed.
That's right. So all beds are like that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole shop has them, yo.
Sick. So you don't have to like. You could stand and
Yeah,
tattoo
dog.
like that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, exactly. Even the back it goes up, so we could sit them up.
This is the first shop that I've seen beds like these.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way more convenient, dog. It comes through for sure because fucking like the little fold out beds or whatever. Like sometimes it can be a hassle, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're not even heavy too. Like they slide around pretty easy. I don't know
they
what
have
brand.
wheels on them.
Some of them
Oh, yeah,
do.
they do
This
have
one, like
wheels.
those over there, do. These don't.
So when did you decide to take tattooing seriously?
It had to be when I wanted to leave my job, dog, because I was just realizing how I was getting. You know what? I was getting into like a lot of videos started popping up about like being a business owner, entrepreneurship, and all that shit, and I started like really getting into that shit, and that's when I was like, do I need to leave my job? I'm not gonna get rich here, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna make no money here. And when I started, that's when it started. I wanted to leave my job, and my girl told me I should start tattooing again, and I had a clothing line. I still have it actually, so I was like, the clothing line was mine and the homie's business. Tattooing, I was like, okay, this is another thing that's gonna be my business. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking try to do what I can to leave my job and focus on these two, try to live off of that. The goal was to try to live off of both. And tattooing, when I started, I feel like when I got into a shop, that's when I was like, okay, this is dope. Like I really saw what tattooing for what it was for. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. There was a lot more to it, and I feel like that's when I really fell in love with it and the whole process of it. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized too, like, damn, I could do this full time. Like it's not just some part time shit or
Yeah.
some weekend shit. You know what I mean? I could do this full time. So I was like all in. I was like, man, I'm gonna just do what I need to do to try to make this my full time job, because I was realizing like it was giving me the freedom to like do what I wanted. I didn't have to beg somebody for a day off. I didn't have to like. I was just like, man, like if I want to miss work to go to my kids' games or to go on a trip with my kid, whatever it was, I could do it. And I just on my own terms, you know. So I feel like that's when I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna do, and I haven't stopped since. Dog. I just anywhere I could learn, pick up game from, grow at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the goal right there. That's what I'm gonna keep pushing towards.
Was there ever a time you wanted to give up tattooing?
Fuck yeah, especially during my apprenticeship. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. When I started my apprenticeship, I was in my late 20s. I want to say something like that. So the part of like being told by another grown ass man to pick up trash and hey, come break me down because I'm done. Like that was like a tough one. Like 'cause I was like fuck, but like I knew what it was. You know what I mean? Like it was part of the job, part of the apprenticeship. I had to go through that shit. So that was like I feel like that was kind of like getting to me. But then also like I had left my job because I wanted to be at my kids' games more because I was always missing their games. But then doing an apprenticeship is fucking full time. You know what I mean? You're there from when the shop opens to when it closes, weekends, Saturdays. If Sundays is needed to be there Sundays. And I was missing my kids' games way more being an apprentice, doing the apprenticeship. those times, yeah, for sure, like because of those reasons. But yeah, after I got through it, like when I became an artist, and I don't. Ever since then, I don't think there's been a time where I want to quit. I get burnt out sometimes,
Yeah.
especially when you got like back to back days of like big pieces. It for sure can burn you out. But as far as quitting, nah.
How often are you booked right now?
Right now, I'm booking for June and July. I started booking for June a couple weeks ago, and so I'm booking for June and July. So-
How do you stay consistent with booking?
To be honest with you, bro, like I feel like if you're just posting, this is my take on it. Like if you're consistently posting content and allowing to put your like or giving yourself the chance to put yourself out there over in people's faces, like that's one way it'll come to you. I mean, and then if you continue to like your next tattoo, try to make your like better than the last one and continue to work like that, and your work shows, people fuck with it. Like that's another way. But to be completely transparent, dog, because of the family channel that me and my girl, and my kids have on TikTok and Instagram, that right there brings me a lot of clientele, dog.
So you just that you mentioned right now, you also make content with your family.
Yeah,
So you have a YouTube channel, TikTok.
and Instagram with them too. Yeah.
What do you guys go as?
Suckerfish Family on YouTube, Suckerfish Family, Instagram, Suckerfish Family, and then my TikTok is Eastside Johnny Tatts still.
How'd you guys started making content?
We started on TikTok, and to be honest with you, it was a friend of ours. Shout out to Melissa because she was telling me one time we were having dinner, and she was telling me and my lady like, "Hey, he needs to start posting content with the kids because like there's a lot of moms doing like the stay-at-home dad shit." So I was already like, I wasn't at the warehouse anymore. I was already tattooing. So I would be the one getting my kids up for school in the morning, getting them ready. Well, my lady was going to work at 3 a.m. So she was at the pad. And so she was telling us like you don't see no dads doing it. And then she was telling me too, like the way your kids are and the way you look, like that shit could probably like go somewhere. You should start doing it. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to for the fact that I didn't want to deal with like the comments. You know what I mean? The internet's undefeated, dog. You're not gonna beat the internet with the comments shit.
Yeah.
Fool. So I was like, I just didn't want to deal with that and have to go through that shit. So I didn't want to. And a couple more times after that, she would just tell us like, you should do it. And then one day, getting my kids ready for school, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just record and see what happens. And I put my camera on the tripod and I got my kids ready for school, dropped them off, and I posted it and I went to the gym. Excuse me. I went to the gym and when I opened up my TikTok like an hour later, fool, it was that one video that did it. Honestly, dog, that shit was like I think I went from like 1,600 or 1,800 followers to like 8,000, something like that in like an hour maybe. And then fucking after that, it didn't stop, dog. It was just going. So as soon as I seen that, fool, I said, fuck that, I'm running with this. And then I just kept making videos with my kids. And then eventually people were asking for like that they wanted to see longer videos. So we started posting on YouTube and then Instagram. And then, yeah, we just kept, it's like a little family business now, I
Yeah.
guess. You know what I mean? We just made it into a business, and it's, honestly, I love it because I feel like it's brought us closer for sure, 100%. You know what I mean? It's brought out like a lot of like goofiness out of us, you know what I mean? And also like, I know like, because sometimes I get comments of people like you better be paying your kids and all with you, this and that, but my kids, like, they're not forced to do it. We don't ever force. We don't
Yeah.
ever tell them like, hey, you got to do it. Like, we actually ask them like, do you want to film today or not?
Yeah.
And if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. But my kids love doing that shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you guys just do it just for fun.
Yeah, we do it for fun, dog. Like we literally film our day. You know what I mean? Like whatever we're doing, we film. And sometimes me and my girl do like the little like couple trends and shit like that. But for the most part, it's really just like day in the life videos with my kids. If we're getting ready for the day, for church, for whatever, you know what I mean? And it's that we just post it. It's been a big blessing, dog. That whole social media stuff, the way it happened for us, it's been a big blessing for sure.
So because that content, people reach out and want to get tattooed by you.
Yeah, because I throw it in there every now and then. I don't really make it about my tattooing. I try to separate the both as much as I can, but because it is like a whole like day in the life type of vlog thing that we do, I put it in there sometimes. Like if I get home from work, I'll just post like, oh, this is what I did today, and I'll show the tattoo real quick, and then or I tag myself on the Instagram videos, and then that's how people started finding out that I was also tattooing. Because before people thought I really just stayed at home, like. I'm telling you, I would get comments of people like, damn, you're a bum. You let your lady go to work and you're just at home. But I never gave it no attention. I was just like, fuck it, let them think that. Like, keep commenting because that's just pushing me further into the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Then people started finding my tattoo page and they were like, damn, I didn't even know you tattooed. And that's, like I said, it's been a big blessing because that's brought me a lot of clientele. I want to say at least like 90% of my clientele right now. Damn. That's why I'm a big believer. Like if you continue to post content every day and you stick to it, it'll come back. Like I feel like a lot of people want the overnight success. They see other people going viral and they want to go viral today. They don't want, and then if it doesn't happen tomorrow, they give up. And it's like posting a video. Every time you post a video, I feel like it's like playing the lottery, dog. You know what I mean? You don't know which video is gonna go viral, but one of them is. So if you continue to post every fucking day, one of them's gonna go viral, and after that, you just run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What type of advice would you give to someone that wants to become a tattoo artist?
I would say go get an apprenticeship. If you want to do it from home, go ahead, but it's going to take you way longer. And you might not be doing things the right way, even though you think you are. Go get an apprenticeship for sure. Be around artists that can critique you. Be around artists that can help you. I feel like you'll grow a lot faster like that. And just be ready for like full-time dedication, dog. Don't think that you can come in this and be at 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because that's another reason you'll take forever to get to wherever you want to go. Another thing too is don't jump in this just wanting the money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't jump in this thinking like you're gonna get rich tomorrow, or that's the only reason you're doing it for, because I don't know. I feel like you just lose interest in it if you don't see that. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna see it right away for sure, dog. You know, like whatever money people think you're gonna get from this shit, you're not gonna see that shit right away. So if you wanna jump into this shit, make sure you actually love art. You have some type of interest in tattooing, actually tattooing, and learn it the right way. Find a good artist that you want to learn off of, and try to get an apprenticeship under that artist or somebody similar to him if that option's not open, and just fucking give it your all, dog. Fucking really put in the work. You know what I'm saying? You put in the work, fool, you'll get it all back, dog.
What do you do to keep improving in your work?
One, I learned a lot from the homies here. I came over here and I learned a lot from the homies right here. Everybody here, you know what I mean? They all teach me. Bon teaches me, Chris, Danny, Anthony. Like everybody here helps each other out. So I'm just like constantly asking questions, and then I catch myself watching a lot of fucking like just tattoo shit on YouTube as well. You know what I mean? Like, shout out your channel. I watch your channel. You know what I mean? The artists that come on your channel they always give out game. Then you got other channels like I watch Mondo Millie. Shout out him. Gifted and Jude, Ralph Tatts. Like all them fools, they're always giving out game, dog. So I try to I stay open to like anything and anywhere that I can learn. I just continue to I stay open, keep an open mind to it, and I try to learn, dog. I try to tattoo as much as I can so that I can perfect whatever I need to perfect. I try not to look at it as like a money thing. If I can fucking just get a tattoo in, I'm gonna get a tattoo in. I remember when I started, I did free tattoos for a whole year, just trying to tattoo, dog. I just wanted a tattoo, and I wanted to like try different tattoos and just get better. So I did them free for a whole year. Not even tripping either. I was like, fuck it. I was taking all my shit back to LA, tattooing at my mom's pad. Whoever I could tattoo, whoever would let me tattoo them. A lot of the tattoos I did in the beginning, I could see them now because it was all family, like I said earlier. So I could see them now, and I'm just like, damn.
So I'm sorry.
My bad, yeah, my bad.
Free touch-ups, right?
Fuck yeah, hell yeah, for sure. Because even one of my homie's brothers, he actually lives somewhere out this way. And when I first started, I remember he told me, like, hey, I want you to do my whole sleeve. And I'm like, well, I've never done a sleeve, dog. And he's like, I don't care, I'm going to pay you for it. And I told him, no, I'm doing it for free right now, food on trip. And he was like, nah, I'm going to pay you. He gave me, at the end of it all, he gave me $1,500. And I need to go back and fix all that shit, dog. I need. He stopped by the other shop last time, and he likes it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I see it. You know what I mean? And we've been meaning to do that. We just haven't been able to get it in with his schedule and my schedule.
So we're a little early to the year. What do you have planned for 2026?
Push this tattooing as much as I could. Tattoo as much as I could. I want to get I wanted to travel this year with tattooing, like hit out of state conventions. But I don't know. I think I just want to focus on tattooing from like right here. I've been trying to pick up a lot of game from the homie Bond right here, so I think I just want to perfect everything I'm trying to learn. And as far as tattooing, that's pretty much it. And then the family content, that's another thing that I really like prioritize. So just push that, continue to push that hard. I'm really trying to teach my kids like the business side of it, so get more into that with them and just keep grinding. You know what I mean? Really, I think next year I want to start traveling, but this year I wanted to. I think I'm gonna just stay put and just try to perfect this tattooing as much as I could.
How has tattooing changed your life?
It's honestly changed my life in a dope ass way, dog. It's given me the freedom to be home a lot more with my kids, to be able to do a lot more things like with my family. I've met dope ass people. I feel like the industry is so big, and you just continue to meet dope ass artists. It's taught me a lot of patience. You know what I mean? In here and outside of the shop, it's just taught me a lot of patience, and it's given me like the wanting for a better life, dog. You know what I mean? To leave all the bullshit in the past and just kind of like invest in different things. You know what I mean? It's taught me a lot, dog. It's taught me a lot.
Who are some artists that you look up to?
Damn. When I was younger, Norm was a big artist that I looked up to. Especially when I was in like the whole graffiti thing. I actually got a piece tatted right here of one of the homie Casper from 39th Street. That Norm had done a Marilyn Monroe. It was like a
Let me
painting.
see.
You can't really tell because her hair didn't come out, but we had to cut it out because of the other tattoo. But it's a painting that Norm did where her face is all cracked and everything. I actually got that done a long time ago because I really liked his art. Right now, if I have like people I really like fuck with their work, and I would have to say for sure, Dillinger is one, dog. I think his shit's crazy. Rocky G Inks, his letters are crazy, dog. His letters are dope. If I want to say like big hitters, like big names, like I guess in the industry that are like that, them two. And then I came because I wanted to learn off the homie right here, Bond. I really fuck with his work, dog. I think that fool's sick. And the homie Anthony, he's sick too, dog. That fool's work is crazy. Try to pick up a lot of game from both of them. I don't know if I'm missing any more names, dog. There's a lot of dope ass artists out there, dog. You know what I mean? There's a lot of dope ass artists. It's hard to name them all because I feel like you could just mess with different artists because of the different styles they have, different strategies they use. You know what I mean? Or techniques that they use and shit.
Who do you want to thank, or who do you want to give a shout out to?
Fuck, dog. That's a lot of people, dog. Nah. Shout out to my girl, my kids. You know what I mean? Shout out to them for sure. That's my family right there. So number one, them. Shout out to. I want to thank Big C's for taking me in that day. He took me in for the apprenticeship and opened the shop up to me, and that's where like I kind of started tattooing and everything. Shout out to Bond right here for taking me in right here too, and the whole team for always shooting game. I know I'm gonna forget people. Shout out to everybody who's just helped me along the way, has given me game and knowledge, and has looked out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the East Side. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody from the East Side. But I know I'm forgetting people, dog. I'm here, but if I forgot you, my bad. You know. But like we'll be here forever.
Who do you want to see on Blasted?
Who do I want to see on Blast? Bond, Danny, Anthony, all the homies from the shop right here. I feel like the homies right here, they have a lot to teach. You know what I mean? They have a lot of game to give, and because it's crazy because nobody here tattoos the same, but we pick up so much knowledge from each other and like kind of implement it in our own way, and it's real helpful. But for sure, the whole team right here are happy endings. And outside the shop, I think Mondo Millie would be a good one, dog. I think that dude is funny as fuck. I think he would be a good one. Mondo Millie for sure.
And what's the best way to get in contact with you?
You can hit me up on Instagram, Eastside Johnny Tatts. TikTok is Eastside Johnny Tatts. If you want to book an appointment or hit me up about any tattoos or tattooing questions, Instagram is the best way. I'll get to you a lot faster on Instagram. Or you could text book to 323-399-4036 and I'll get back to you on that too. Hey, don't be scared to be shooting no content. Don't be scared of posting no content. I know that's a big one that people battle, especially people who got businesses or are self-contractors or trying to open up a business. Fuck what anybody thinks. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're doing it for what you like, your reasons, not for other people. So just shoot your content. We live in a world where everything is recorded and it's not even frowned upon anymore. You know what I'm saying? Back then, people might have got beat up for putting out a camera, but now everybody records. People want to jump in the camera, give their little shout outs and shout out their business, but start posting content. You don't know where it can take you. You don't know what it can do for you. Keep putting in the work, stay consistent every day. Hard work's gonna pay off and just keep doing, you know what I mean? Just keep following your dreams and push your goals further, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it right there.
That's right.
Yup.